Hello and welcome back to SB Frontiersman. Today we're going to take a look at the March 1st, 2025 Battle Pass. The legendary unit is Liberator. He's going to be a great attacker for your hangar if you don't already have him. And if you need skill ups, I think it's well worth it to go ahead and acquire this unit. When you're looking across here, you're going to get all the usual goodies, lots of XP, plenty of platinum, bit of credits, a couple pieces of gear, some beacons along the way. At the end, obviously, there is the epic beacon. So let's go ahead and log in and grab him. Okay, so on this screen you have two choices of which battle pass you'd get, the commander pass or the battle pass. I typically lean towards only getting the commander pass. I play enough and I grind hard enough where this doesn't present the value for me. If you're finding this late in the month and you only have a little bit of time to grind, getting these extra 20 levels is going to be huge for you. So if you go back here, something to take note, you can only get 10,000 points of the 25,000 points needed. So you need at least 2.5 weeks of grinding to be able to get through here. So what will happen is you'll get through this first section right here, level 20, and you'll be locked for a week. Or after your first week. Not locked for a week, but locked after your first week. Then your second week, you'll get your Liberator. So around the middle of March, you get your Liberator, and you're ready to go. And then you have to wait till the third week of March to grind out that last little bit for your beacon. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here and take a look. I'll get my battle pass and I'll come back and we'll discuss the unit. Okay, we're back. I have purchased the battle pass. Let's go take a look at Liberator. You can see his first skill, he deals 160% damage, bypassing his shields. That's really great. Most of the units you're going to face will have a shield of some kind. His overcharge has a huge 220% damage, also does bypass the shield. He also increases attack, security, and speed by 20%, and that takes place with anyone on your end of the battlefield. So he's also a buffer on his overcharge. And you see with his charge skill, it goes off every couple of rounds. It's really easy to kind of keep this up. So for me, this is well worth adding to your unit. I personally use him in my Hard Abyss. So we're in Hard Abyss. I generally will be able to make use of Liberator up through about 412 to 15-ish, depending on how the units align as far as which affinity they are. That will tell me whenever I need to swap out of them or not. I also use Liberator in my XP farm. I typically farm Nightmare 10.5 just because it's a little bit easier. I don't have to deal with the mess that's in 10.6. It's a little bit of an XP loss, but it's worth the time considering I do this in 18 seconds, and this one cost me 30 seconds. So if we go in here, I'll show you a quick engage. I'm going to run it nice and slow so you can see what Liberator does. I don't need to go quite that slow, right? You'll see here, Los is going to go, Thresh is going to go. You see Liberator's procced, because the game is telling you he's going to kill something, which means he gets to go again. That wave clear for him, anytime there's multiple units or clustered units, he's going to be really nice for anybody trying to work their way through multiple packs of units. Great for campaign, great for Abyss, great for early Hard Abyss. Even really good in some of the bounties. Okay, so here we have a look at my Colosso 15 team. I don't use Liberator in here, but I did at one time. He does attack the front, so he's really helpful on just going straight for the boss, and you can ignore the ads. Here is my Mama 15 team. You can use Liberator in here as well, say you don't want to use Thresh. The way my team is set up, I'm using a Lodolite to put a concentrate fire on here. If you're having to kill these ads, Liberator is going to be really helpful because typically you can one-shot this ad here, get a second shot onto Mama. So there's options for you to be able to make use of them in 2 of the 4 bounties. Liberator also has good use going against early Elune teams. I obviously have a quicker farm team to where I'm no longer using him, but I did when I needed to chew through all of these units. This team right here, I still go through some of them, but Mei Ying is also just chipping away at the back. So it's just a different kind of a setup, right? But Liberator can be really useful in here, especially if you place him in this Mei Ying position back here. He'll help you chew through all these units, and once you get through these, you have an easier shot at making sure you go through him. So that's 3 of the 4. You can also use him against Fenry. Now, I'm using a speed clear team here. This is like a 10-second run. Ignore this setup. But I very much used Liberator on here as well, early game when I got him. He was one of my first legendaries, probably my fifth or sixth. So I made use of him everywhere. His damage is going to be less when there's not mobs to clear and get that second attack, but he's also right here. Now, last month on Hardy Biss on 20, I was using him as paired with Los for my team to kill the level 20 Harvester and Hardivis. So there is definitely potential to make use of Liberator at in game, at mid game, at early game. I've seen him a few times in PvP. That would be a discussion for someone who's a little bit more advanced in PvP. I generally hang out around the gold level of PvP. I don't really try too hard. I just kind of do my dailies. There's probably use for Liberator in PvP as well. That said, I think this is a definite buy. If you're going to spend $10 in the game, absolutely get the pass for this month and get Liberator and enjoy the new unit.